this really all we have for the team meeting? Do we need to postpone it for 2 hours?
Ooh.
Or we could just do two separate team meetings, because this team meeting is going to be a 1-by-1 evaluation of the members of our team.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave now.
That's what this team meeting is going to be, okay?
It's gonna be like, it's your turn now, esports Batman. Go in.
Just fuck my shit up.
Okay, boys.
Shit.
Now we should know that this team meeting is gonna hurt me more than it hurts any of you individually. I want to start off by saying that, okay? That when we have these kinds of meetings, okay, management doesn't want to have to do the things that we have to do, but sometimes in order to ensure everybody's happiness, we'll have to compromise the happiness of a few, all right? So I want you to understand that I've cherished and valued my time with each and every one of you, and I love all of you so much, okay? So, with that being said,
Are you doing this on stream?
yeah, sure, why not? Maybe more people will come in if they're watching. That's good, right? So,
I could feel the memes intensifying.
So even without the addition of NSV, we've obviously grown in size considerably over the past month, right? I would say that on wipe day of our own people, so not including NSV, we probably have, I would guess, around 25 people on. Is that a fair, right?
I would, 20, 25, something about
20,
right.
25, it's a fair thing. So we're getting fairly large, okay? And it's gotten to the point to where I think we're probably oversaturating a particular area. And it's also the problems that have come with that scaling have been more noticeable every single wipe as well. I think most people would agree with that. That on wipe day, the comms can be incredibly fucking frustrating. So during some of our raids or during some of our roaming, the comms can be incredibly fucking frustrating, right? No one disagrees with anything I've said so far, I assume? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So there are a couple of different routes that we can go to approach this. I'm kind of the mindset, for me personally, I like the idea of everybody being able to do almost everything. And when I say that, what I really mean is I like the idea that most of the people on should be involved in some extent to the gathering of resources, okay? Even if you're a good PvPer, having good PvPers out in the field collecting is still good because it protects our other farmers and because you can mine more than other people because you won't die when a single person shows up. So I guess basically what this team meeting is about is people that I feel contribute more bad than good and then either need to dramatically reform their ways or be sliced, be cut from the team. Now this is an ugly team meeting that I never wanted to actually have, but I think that our size has gotten such and the people that play have taken it serious enough such that I think it warrants discussion about particular people. All right, so anybody have any words want to get in on before I start moving down the list? If it's in regards to a particular person, don't just save your breath because we can do it when we go line by line.
What was, because for my perception on this wipe day today, this week, seemed really, like, I wouldn't say really smooth, but the smoothest wipe, one of the smoothest wipe days we've had. Was I wrong? Like, is that perception wrong?
Wipe does the first day, yeah?
I mean, the wipe day itself was fairly smooth, but some of the problems that have been manifesting in our team were
Really
still there. Yeah, and have still been there.
Okay, that makes sense. That's all that's the only question I had from what you said.
Yeah. So, okay, so I'm just gonna go down the team speak, all right? Okay, so starting with Assyrian Legend. I think that Assyrian is a decent PvPer, probably one of our better PvPers, right? Nobody disagrees with that, I don't think. I haven't seen you mine as much this wipe or the past wipe, Assyrian. What's your defense to that, buddy?
Sure. I have a job now. I have to program.
Oh yeah, is that true? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have personally seen him go out and mine the past 2
I don't.
wipes.
I'm gonna say
No,
I don't mind. I don't mind 12 hours a day, but I
Yeah,
mine
not nearly as
two
much as others
2
that he
hours a day.
does.
I do mine 2 hours a day. You could ask size. Some
Assyrian, what level are you?
19.
Okay, okay. That's honestly higher than I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I think that Assyrian could probably farm a little bit more, but I think that his value to our team as a PvPer is such that it justifies his existence here. Even if he doesn't mine that much, although I wouldn't let him get away with not mining, I still think that he should mine. That's pretty much all I have about Assyrian. Sometimes the negativity can be a little much, Assyrian. Sometimes you go a little bit hard on being negative as fuck.
With that.
And killing allies a lot.
And TeamSpeak. Yeah. Okay, so that's Assyrian. I think that my presence here is justified because I think that I mine a fair bit compared to most of the slackers on this team.
Who the fuck put goddamn bear traps?
And I do
Sorry.
And I do the base building and all of that, which I've offered other people if they want to do, but it seems like nobody else wants to do it, although people still disagree with me, even though I tell people if they want to, they can. So I'm pretty sure that, and I think I'm an okay PvPer on this team compared to the average team skill. So I think that my presence here is justified. Moving down to the next person, I don't think Harkton's presence here is justified in any way, size, shape, or form. Unfortunately, Harkton, you help a little bit with the building, and you're okay at PvP, but oh my god, you just won't mine ever. What level are you? 12? 11?
13.
13. After
I did miss 3 days of this wipe this week.
Okay, me and Redwall went and played on a server, or High Nighter, fuck, and got to your level in literally 4 hours when you were level 10 or 11 after like 2 weeks.
I don't want to say anything, but I'm level 14. I just started.
Okay, Alyssa's been playing for 2 days, or 3 days, and is level 14.
Actually, 1 day if you think about it.
Okay.
It's my second.
Okay, so...
You're not going to be in question either way because you're so new.
No, I'll question everybody. So, Harkton, what's going on, buddy?
No, I mean, I'm good. I probably need to focus more on my work shit anyway, so I'm fine taking a break from Rust for a few wipes. That's not an issue.
Okay, we love you. I love you, Harkton, as a person, okay? But just not as much as a Rust player, do you understand?
That's alright.
Okay. Alright, I love you. Okay, Mike.com, I don't think Mike.com does fuck all. I'm actually not even sure why he's... I really don't know. I mean, like, you're cool to hang out with and talk to, but in terms of just, like, wrestling, I don't know you have, like, work and shit. Like, I understand that, but...
Yeah, no, really, all I've done is farm. Like, I'll go out with, like, Assyrian or Dig or somebody else and just farm. I think I've only ever been on one raid because you guys don't normally do raids at, like, 11 p.m. when I'm already asleep.
Sure, okay.
So, pretty much all I do is farm.
What level are you, though?
I think I'm 16.
Are you actually level 16?
I don't know. I'm not. I can't log in. I'm on my laptop.
Okay. All right. So we're on the fence about Mike.com. Moving down to Alyssa's new, and she's just been mining. There's not much more to say there. I know that Alyssa's decent at CS:GO. She's LEM, which is probably better than almost any other person in this TeamSpeak. So maybe she can PvP in the future. I don't know. Learning Rust shouldn't be too hard. Bacon, are you you're an NSV dude, right? Bacon is not here. Bacon is an NSP guy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Bacon. I can't speak to any of the NSP guys so far. Darth Bacon.
What's up?
I just recently recruited, and I haven't heard anything bad from him. Does anybody know? What level are you, Darth Bacon?
I was like level 10, but I have to circumnavigate a 10-year-old back ban.
Yeah,
so I'm making a new account.
You had to what?
I have a 10-year-old VAC ban on my account, so I have to make another one and start.
You have a 10-year-old VAC ban? Damn. Okay, so you're making another...
Days.
I don't know if you can make another account to circumvent a VAC ban.
VPN, stuff like that.
No, if they find out you try to log in with the same IP, they'll just continuously ban you on every single new account you make.
You might.
They could ban us as well if we.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can ban people you play with.
You might want to send in an admin appeal if it's honestly a 10-year-old VAC ban.
It's 3,600 days.
Oh, so it's not 10 years old.
They wouldn't do that.
What did he do?
Year.
Only 3,600 days. You still have 50 days to go.
3,000. They said 360.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
I let a friend use my account and.
Well, it doesn't. Jump check. Hold on.
There are like 4 nakeds out there with.
Yeah, I would say before you try to log on, I would get approval first because if you jump on and start playing with this and then they figure it out, they might ban other people.
Anyway, I'm not gonna try and play with you guys until I figure it out. So
yeah, sure. Yeah, Ghost is pretty reasonable. I think if you message him, you might. If it's legitimately like a 10-year VAC ban and you don't have any other shady shit on your account, you should be fine. Okay, so yeah, so
I've been on a raid with you guys. I helped.
Okay. Delvex, what level are you?
27?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I mean, every time I'm on, I see Delvex out doing shit. Delvex seems to... I think Delvex is okay at PvP. I'm not entirely sure. But I know that he mines and works a lot, so... Delvex, you're
I'm pretty
good.
bad at PvP.
Yeah, it's okay. You're good. Dins, I'm pretty sure Dins farms a lot. What level are you?
36.
Okay, yeah.
Din's a super hardcore miner.
Yeah, Dins does his work. Not as great at PvP, I don't think, but still does a lot of farming.
Correct.
Yeah, still does a decent chunk of farming, a really good chunk of farming. Eclipse I've seen out and about pretty active. I don't know if you farm as much. What's your level?
23.
Okay, yeah, not bad. So not bad. So Eclipse does shit, and I know that Eclipse can be really good at PvP. Esports Batman. Okay, Esports Batman. Your comms and general demeanor and attitude are probably the most cancerous on the team so far. Esports Batman. Okay. I'm actually not even sure what to say. The general inability to do things like jump checking, and then the going from 0 to savage in 2 seconds if you get team killed because you don't jump check, and then shouting that we can never do jump checks again and shit. The taking guns out of the base, AKs out of the base by people with bows, and then lying about it when you get called out on it, and then continuing to lie about it. I don't know, dude. That's a lot of fucking negative shit. I think that you might mine kind of a lot-ish, but it's hard to tell if you've mined more than you've taken out of the base and lost. I don't know at this point. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Esports Batman, what's going on, buddy?
Well, I mean, I'm constantly mining. That's the whole point. I'm constantly making stuff.
What level are you?
24. Well, basically 24. I'm at 23 and 9/10.
Okay. So.
And I just spent the morning making you guys about 1,500 5.56, and I just made 100 explosives for rockets. So.
Remember that time that you researched our rockets to learn the rocket BP and lied and said you found one in a barrel? You know that rocket BPs can't drop from barrels, right? That's not good. That's not good. You understand that, of all the fucked up things you could do on a team, that stealing resources that other people have worked and mined for, and then lying about it is probably among the worst stuff that you can probably do, right? That's the worst kind of shit.
I don't know. No.
You don't know what?
I didn't know it was the worst thing if I'm making you 100 rockets in response.
Okay, but there are ways and times to get rocket BPs that we could do it. I've only been playing, I'm probably got 700 or 800 hours, but I know how this shit works pretty well. If people really want to research rockets, the best time to do it would be at the end of a wipe, right? Because we're not going to use any more of the rockets, and then you could just take everything we have and turn it into rockets.
Yeah, that's why I did it Tuesday or Wednesday of the wipe. That was the point.
It wasn't at the end of the wipe though. It was pretty early on into it because there was a reason why when you asked if you could research rockets for BPs, everybody said no. If it would have been on a Tuesday or Wednesday, nobody would have cared. I'm pretty sure this is on a Saturday.
But I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure. I know so. I know it was.
Okay.
Because people wouldn't have given a fuck if you were on a Wednesday. Everybody here can confirm. If somebody were to type in a chat, or even in a Tuesday, hey guys, I want to take a bunch of my rockets and research for BPs. Is that cool on a Tuesday? I don't think anybody in here would have a problem with that. But I'm pretty sure it was more the fact that it was literally on a Saturday. But it's not even the fact that you asked. It's the fact that you asked. Everybody said no because we wanted to use those rockets for raiding. And then that night you mysteriously had the rocket BP and said it was because you found it in a barrel. And you can't find rocket BPs in barrels. So, I mean, you understand how all of that looks kind of bad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then taking the AK out of the base and saying that it's because you found one off of 2 enemies that you solo killed.
Yeah, and then they took it back. That was the whole point.
Well, but I mean I think the point was the fact that you took an AK out of the base and lied about it.
Oh, I didn't take the AK out of the base. No, that was the whole point of what I was trying to say to Dig.
So where did you get the AK from?
I got it off an enemy, and then they killed me back for it. That was the whole point.
Okay, so you killed an enemy outside of the base and looted an AK from him, but didn't tell anybody about it? I find this very hard to believe, no?
No, because I didn't have enough time to really do anything with it before I got killed and had to respawn in base.
How did you kill the guy with the AK?
with a spear to the head.
And you didn't call out that you were fighting anybody, that you'd gotten a kill, that you were involved in fighting anybody?
No, because there was already people around the base, and I said, hey, I'm coming out. And then there was somebody right in front of me. I speared him, got the AK, and then immediately got killed from behind. And then respawned in base. That was why... If I had taken an AK from the base and gotten killed with it, there wouldn't have been the same number of AKs.
There was, but that was the problem. We were missing one AK.
No, there were 3. That's why I double-checked. Even Dig confirmed that there were 3.
We went afterwards and Dig was like, no, you stole AK because we had like he checked the amount and I checked the amount.
Yeah,
so I was like, pulled out on it.
I don't think Dig confirmed. I think Dig said the opposite.
Yeah, me and him confirmed it.
I mean, since like we're saying all this,
I said you took the AK.
I saw this happen. You didn't die instantly. I saw you running from the cave, running out the cave to the right when there was a bunch of people.
Yeah, because they were up behind the cave. That was the whole point.
Well, I was pretty sure you didn't die.
Okay, so
I was pretty sure I died, but
we're gonna revisit this, okay? But right now, Esports Batman is in purgatory, okay? He's on the fence, all right? We're gonna keep going down, and then we'll come back to this. Fetus Fondler seems to be one of the least cancerous people on comms, and I think he farms fairly well. What's your level at?
30.
Okay, yeah. Fetus Fondler seems to be super chill. I have no problems with Fetus Fondler ever. Except he sounds like Bomb Gen, which can be perceived negative to some people, but... Goddamn Twitch is a Trumple, which is obviously a huge negative, but I think he farms fairly well and is whatever mediocre PvP, I think. What's your level of Goddamn Twitch?
23.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think Goddamn Twitch is okay. Hadri, do you farm as much? You're very quiet, so it's hard to tell sometimes. I don't think you're on as much.
I do farm usually during the wipe days.
Sure. What level are you?
Right now I'm level 12, but I mean I'm still new to Rust.
That's pretty low, but yeah, it's okay. So if somebody is like really new and they're not that high of a level, but they don't shit up comms, like I'll weigh that. I weigh that a little bit. So like Harkton is on all the time and is always here for like raids and contributing to comms and shit, but never minds. Whereas Hadri isn't really here as much, so it doesn't really bother me as much. But at least when he's here, he minds. Same thing with MikeCom.
Check.
Oh shit, that was me, sorry. I didn't jump.
Fucking retard. Get fucked. Gene, I think Gene is fine. Gene seems to mine a lot. Maybe can shit up comms a little bit, but for the most part is okay. What level are you, Gene?
I just got 23.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'm usually managing furnaces.
JJ Rob, whew, I got some things for you, JJ Rob, but you're NSV, so I can't really say anything to you right
Destiny,
now. What?
Can I ask real quick how I shit up comms? I'm like legitimately curious because.
Jump check?
I don't know. It's just a feeling I get. It's just like the overall that sometimes in the middle of raids and shit, you say some shit that's kind of not necessary. Not like horribly shitting up comms, but just sometimes saying things that are completely necessary. Does anybody else get that feeling? Maybe I'm the only one that gets that feeling. Well, now I've influenced everybody. You might not. I don't think you do. I can't really remember any specific. It's probably just that your voice is really like identifiable. So when everybody's talking, I hear your voice.
That might be true. Because I do remember one time whenever I said something about like a wood external or something. Oh, hey, that's not friendly. A wood external or something. But yeah, there's.
Yeah, you're probably fine. You're probably fine. Don't worry about it. If I can't remember anything in particular, you're probably fine. OC does mining and does the base management and doesn't seem to shit up comms too much, I don't think. So what level are you, OC, in mining?
I'm shit level. Those last 2 weeks I'm 13 or 14.
Damn.
But most of my time when I'm in base organizing.
Yeah, I know that OC can do base management well, which is fine. Pegwin is pretty fucking AFK, but is a pretty chill dude. Hey boy. Is decent at PvP and will mine sometime, but just doesn't hear as much. What level are you?
I was AFK this way. I think I'm like higher than 20.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sure.
When Penguin is here, yeah, he does a lot of shit, so yeah, I don't have any problems with Penguin. Potato McWhiskey. Potato McWhiskey is new, but I haven't seen anything too negative, I don't think. From Potato McWhiskey, it just seems like he's kind of quiet in mind, which is fine. Redwall is pretty good at PvP, I think. So, and then it seems like he's out doing a fuck ton of work. Well, are you over 30, Redwall?
I'm 30.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Redwall does this shit. I'll always remember those days that we spent duoing together, Redwall, on the Reddit server.
There's 4 or 5 nakeds outside the base. Julio Captain. And...
Yeah, they're just here ghosting me because I was outside and they want me to come out probably. Do we have any food on this motherfucker? Oh, it's probably all
the middle chest.
Yeah. Salamanca. So okay, whew, this hurts. Salamanca, I love you as a person, okay?
What's up, buddy?
I love you. But all the people that run around base, like, throwing shit and spears at people and just acting fucking retarded and shit.
Honestly, I don't really do that. I don't really think I do that
I'm
a lot.
pretty sure, if you did do it, the problem is you'd never admit it. I'm pretty sure it's either Salamanca or DEFCON. Does anybody here actually know?
Syrian throws shit at people.
Yeah, Syrian does it a lot.
Nelson, can I speak on that?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
yes, I do it. I do it with people I joke around. I haven't thrown a single fucking spear at people that can't handle the joke. I've never thrown a spear.
Okay, okay, so here, wait. So can you tell me, I'm not talking about like we're in base and you see somebody like seeing you throw a spear. I'm talking like when we're getting ready for raids and shit and they're literally running around the base like throwing spears and rocks and shit.
No, that's fucking retarded. I don't do that.
Does anybody have any idea?
I've never seen Salamander do that.
But I
Like,
don't know.
I had to play detective secret agent last night. Like, I saw a dude in the second floor open a window, throw his spear out, and then run away. And I went upstairs looking for him, and he was gone like a ghost, okay? So there are people that do this, like, ultra retarded shit when we're getting ready for raids, and I don't know who it is. And I'm pretty convinced that it's either DEFCON or Salamanca.
Don't think DEFCON.
It sounds like a very DEFCON thing.
You don't think DEFCON would do it?
No, I said it does sound like a DEFCON thing.
I'm talking about things like, remember when we were in base and I thought we were getting rocket raided, but it was just somebody had picked up the F1 grenade and decided to throw it in base for the lulz? Like,
that sounds like something that DEFCON would do.
Yeah, that sounds pretty DEFCON-y.
DEFCON wasn't even on yesterday.
He wasn't even on, or he.
DEFCON wasn't on yesterday.
I can almost hear him laughing.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not specifically talking about yesterday, right? We're talking about in general.
Correct.
Well,
like usually, like
I'm talking about like if we're like if we're around right now running around or whatever, people are just mining or whatever, and someone is like throwing a rocket at someone in base and people are fucking with each other in base. That's one thing. I'm talking about when we're like getting ready for a raid and everybody's gathered around and
like
some dude is just like crossbowing people or throwing stones or spears at people and in like really retarded shit when we're supposed to not be actually retarded.
Was this happening like a few weeks ago, or is this a brand new thing?
Well, it happened. When was it? Last wipe when somebody threw the grenade in base and didn't say anything about it?
But
And then
any
there's
time
usually
before that,
people
because
when
this
we're
last
just
month
AFK.
we've introduced a lot of people to this group. I'm wondering if this was a thing that happened before that.
I mean, like, we've introduced some people, but, looking at some of our newer people, is Fetus Spawner kind of new? I mean, he's been here a while.
I could see JJ doing it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I don't think, but JJ wasn't here when the F1 grenade happened. Right?
I personally thought that it was D1G, but I don't know.
I feel like it's not him. I could be wrong. There's a feeling.
It's DEFCON, dude.
Yeah, I feel like DEFCON is like the really heavy one there.
But in my defense, I usually just AFK waiting for everybody to get ready during the raids.
During raids, he's usually, especially the last few weeks, he's been making shit and actually there with everyone.
Who?
Salamander. Like, I've never actually I've pissed around with him and threw shit at me, he threw shit at me, but that's not during raids or
Yeah, okay, sure. I only pick you out Salamanca because I'm not sure.
The last time it was, I had rocks on me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because somebody killed Salamanca and he had 30 rocks at his inventory.
Because I think a Syrian was throwing shit at me, and I started to grab rocks so that I could throw at him.
Okay.
That's pretty sweats to me.
All right, Salamanca. So I guess you're gonna pass for now. Okay, so I guess like excising the cancer is kind of hard because everybody has their cancerous moments, but there could be like an overall net contributor to the team. I don't know if I'm not sure. Well, go ahead. Give me what do you guys have? General grievances or ideas or whatever. Go ahead and spit them out. Because I do think that right now, I don't think that what we're doing is very sustainable. I think that the overall level of so the most important part is that we all have fun, right? That's the most important part. Or at least for most of you people, it's the fun part, right? So we have to make sure that it stays fun. Otherwise, people quit playing and don't want to do anything, right? So so what is like I think that right now the reason why I'm having this discussion is because I feel like the overall level of fun has decreased in some ways as our group has gotten larger and larger and larger, right? I don't think anybody disagrees with that the overall level of fun has kind of dropped a little bit over the past couple of wipes, even if we've been more successful objectively. So yeah, so I guess speaking to that, all right, who's got ideas, grievances, criticisms, suggestions? Go for it.
Wait. What are these guys talking about 100 explosives? Chat?
Oh.
Are they memeing?
The people we destroyed and got fucking AK sulfur from yesterday are shit talking because apparently somebody lost 100 explosives when we were farming and we had that on us.
Is that an
Yeah, but
esports?
who was that though?
I don't know.
Well, one thing I did notice is pretty much every time there's a raid when Steven isn't the one leading it, there's always some type of argument about if it was worth or not.
Okay, so two things when it comes to that point. This team does not function when Steven is not around. That's a big problem. And the second thing is I think we've grown too big. Now,
I agree.
The Deaths group, I'm not sure why they joined. Is this just a temporary thing or a full-term thing? I just think we're too big now.
Yesterday, Death was saying that he was probably not going to stay after this.
Sure, that's fine. That's irrelevant.
And shit. Who just?
What was that?
Who was that? Shot a rocket inside the main thing.
Are we serious right now?
A rocket or explosive? I don't know. It was some. It sounded like a rocket.
Wow.
Somebody took the explosives that I crafted.
Did you lose 100 explosives, esports?
What? Yeah, I did.
Did you die with it?
Oh, okay.
I'm not dead. Whoa. I'm in base right
Okay,
now.
look in chat.
Morning.
But
Copain chat is complaining is saying that they stole 100 explosives from a farmer.
But they're talking about. I think they're talking about killing me because they've killed me 3 times now.
Did you drop 100 explosives?
Did you drop 100 explosives too? What the fuck?
Jump check.
I keep saying 2 seconds.
Can you ask them for a name?
What was the explosion?
How am I supposed to be outside if I've been in base all day?
Well, I don't know.
Wait. What was the explosion in base?
It was somebody shot a rocket or an explosive. I saw the cloud in the center furnace place.
And nobody wants to admit it, and nobody's gonna admit
Having
it.
this discussion and this is happening. Are you serious?
Somebody actually shot a rocket?
If they shot a rocket, then they would have the rocket launcher. So anyone that's in the center, kill it.
This place is all damaged over where I am.
Hello, HCE. I love her Dusty Senpai.
You might get downed, but I say down everyone. See what everyone's got on them.
I mean, there's 17 chests in there. You probably banked it.
I mean, it was like 2 minutes ago.
Who's all inside right now?
Somebody
Me,
shot
Potato
a fucking
McWhiskey.
rocket. Really?
Esports, I think, is in here.
I'm in here as well.
And yeah, Eclipse. Destiny. Destiny, did you shoot it?
I'm on stream.
This is where it's all
Okay, somebody go check, please.
You in base, Salamanca?
It was none of the people. It was none of the people.
Upstairs. It was somebody probably opened from upstairs.
Like this kind of shit. This is retarded. Like, why isn't anyone saying anything if it was an accident?
Because
Just
why
say
would
so.
it probably wasn't an accident? They were probably just trying to be funny, and then it failed, and they.
How? What the fuck? How can they say that there's 100 explosives missing and that it's my body when I've been here the entire time?
I don't. I asked.
Because someone said was the esports Batman in chat. So
yeah, I was.
We're getting a screenshot. So.
Yeah, they're trolling.
Yeah, they're definitely probably trolling.
I mean, it could be people watching stream just trying to fuck with us.
Remember that time you went outside with 500 gunpowder on you and died?
Yes.
That's. Listen, we all make mistakes. He's probably never gonna do that again, right?
Were you about to kill me?
Exactly.
Yes, you scared me. Holy fuck.
It's like I will never make a battle mistake ever again.
I have also ran outside with gunpowder on me and died. Forgetting.
Yeah, like I've never fallen in externals, and I'm just waiting for the time that happens so I can get it over with and feel awful for like a few minutes because I fucking was a retard.
But now I build like training walls for myself.
Oh shit.
Never mind.
I remember the time Steven fell in the high externals and then spent half an hour building all this shit to try to get his bolt back.
Did he get it?
No.
Damn.
Him and Assyrian went on a valiant mission.
Didn't it despawn right as it got there?
Yeah, he was right as he got close enough to get it despawned.
Is there a screenshot coming or
Make it
no?
on the row.
Yes,
Those guys are probably just memeing around.
Come down towards
Stone
it.
or Woodmore?
They're just fucking with us. Like.
Either that or they found esports Batman's body and
Destiny-
they're just putting explosives on it.
You should talk to Death, like, because he had a bunch of suggestions and shit. I mean, some of them did sound kind of silly, but some of them probably are valid.
Can I shit on individual people, or is this not the meeting?
Shit on who?
Salty after
No, get it out.
Wait.
The kind of meeting
You can't say someone has particular meaning. Like the reason I got salty as fuck last night.
Wait, you can't say someone is what?
What?
You can't say.
Can I fucking shit on individual people, or is this not the time for it, then?
Oh.
Because I can shit on individual people.
No, I think it's a good time.
The reason I got salty last night is because you guys took out 50 rockets. You thought 50 rockets you'd get in that base, and you took an extra 20 as a buffer, right? You went into a base that literally built by 3 to 4 people, and that base is literally a fucking reinforced shit shack with like 4 different bases you have to hit, right? And you took out essentially all the rockets we had. You ran across the map and you killed a group that nobody's ever heard of, and you guys thought you're gonna profit from it. Like, that's fucking crazy to me. And when I spoke with you guys, you said that Death was the one that led that raid, and I'm really disappointed because I thought Death is gonna come in here with a lot of experience, but after seeing that shit, it like blows my mind.
Well, no, but it depends. No, it totally depends though on what Death was after, because I'm pretty sure Death has a ton of hours on this game. Because Death's mindset. But do you think Death was really after loot? I mean, even if it was, I would have to see the base. I mean, I'm not of all the people that I've heard of all. I don't know. No. I'm not. No. Stop. We're not doing this without him here. Because of all the people that I've heard in here, I would take Death's word probably over any other person in here. Like, I'm gonna guess that.
You say that, but how can you even at the thought of taking out fucking 70 rockets, you really think you're gonna profit on the 70 rockets?
Yeah, but it's Sunday now. I mean, but it depends. No, dog. It depends on what it's. But it's. I don't give a fuck about a black fucking naked outside. What the fuck? It all depends on what his thought process is, okay? Like, if maybe he thought that we're not gonna play anymore after today because it's already fucking Sunday, so he wanted to have a fun fucking wipe or whatever. Like, I don't know what his thought processes was. Like, if you want to criticize the thought process of people in here, that's fine, but we don't know why Death did what he did. Like, wait until he gets here and ask him. That's all I'm saying, right? Because from everything that I've heard him say so far, like, he seems pretty mentally capable, and he's good at PvP, and he's had a fuck ton of experience doing the larger group thing, and he's ran groups probably larger than ours. I'm pretty sure NSP was bigger than our group. So I mean, like, yeah, I don't maybe he did make a bad decision. I don't know, but I would wait for him to be in here rather than just say like, oh, Death is fucking retarded. He has no idea what he's doing. Just based on everything I've heard him say, and based on the average shit I've heard people in here say.
Can you pick me up, Gene? You still there?
JJ killed me.
I killed you?
Yeah, you killed both of us. You killed both of the niggas, which is fine.
Sorry,
yeah, I thought you guys were trying to loot him. My bad.
Yeah, you're good. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm covering your body.
I'm running right there right now.
Yeah, me too.
Assyrian, why'd you just move me?
Oh, that was my bad. I'm sorry.
He hit me.
Who's a black naked right here? Outside the flank.
It's Gene. I'm jumping.
Who just
Where are they?
high externals?
Down the hill. And then to your right.
Externals? Yeah, they look naked though.
It's a screenshot of esports Batman's body with 100 explosives to the first spot.
Wait.
Okay, so esports Batman ran out. Died.
How did I do
link
that?
it.
No, I haven't.
Link it.
I literally have been in here the entire time.
It's in Destiny GG.
No, I'm not buying that screenshot. The fact that's in the first slot, dude, I don't know.
Well, no, yeah, like they probably put it on his body, maybe.
Yeah, I think.
What do you mean put it on his body? That doesn't work.
I haven't died all morning. What are you guys talking about?
Oh no, yeah, he has ownership.
Yeah, he has ownership of it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Esports man. That's amazing.
Wait. So what's going on?
I looted your body.
So you died. You died with 100 explosives on you.
No,
somehow.
I did not.
Then okay, wait. That's fine. So now tell me, how did this guy get 100 explosives that you have ownership
of? I put it in the
of?
box with the ammo with 5.56, and it has since been removed.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are two plausible scenarios here. Either somebody randomly took 100 explosives out of the box and died with them, or you accidentally didn't put them in there, didn't wait for the animation to finish and ran out and died with them.
No, I'm there. I'm sure that they're there. Somebody already just said in chat that they agreed and that they saw.
Wait. Who said in chat they what?
If he ran out there and died with the explosives under his name, it would have switched to the other person that looted him.
Is that actually true?
Yeah, whoever shit in at me, I'm friendly. Whoever shit in at me, I'm friendly.
All your ownership
somebody
is
else
kind of
out 100
kills you.
explosives, and you're just not gonna say who it was? Like, what the fuck?
Wait, how did they have the screenshot then if the ownership was
Esports,
transferred?
look, it's time.
No, okay, I actually don't think that was esports because the ownership thing will transfer if you die with it.
If it was
So what? How did they get the screenshot?
Okay, then that means that somebody else in our base ran outside with 100 explosives and died.
So today we've shot
And
random
did so
rockets.
to try and frame me.
No, not to try to frame you.
Oh my god.
Who shot the rocket?
Wait, no.
We're never gonna know who shot the rocket because someone on this.
Ownership would have transferred. How did they have the screenshot? It's physically impossible, right?
Wait.
So on the ground for
I could have just dropped it to them.
Okay, so if someone's holding an item and you kill them, if they
transfers
own the
ownership.
item, if they own it, it transfers. If someone else owns it, it does not transfer.
Yeah.
So someone
that
else
means-
had his explosives.
Yeah, so esports Batman crafted explosives, which I know he was doing, and someone took them out and died.
Why? How?
And you're just not gonna say anything? Like, what the fuck is actually wrong with
Was
me?
somebody transfer materials to another base or something?
Okay, listen. I think it was Gene because Gene
They're
said
saying
something.
It's me. No, I have died to them 3 times, but
Yeah.
I did not have explosives on me. I've been out there trying to
I
get
mean,
to that
you
level
wouldn't
23.
think you didn't think you had explosives on you, right? No one goes out and voluntarily dies with
because-
explosives on them. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't. Why would I do that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Why would
Right?
you do that?
No, because every time I spawned, I literally get wood, metal frags, make a hatchet and pickaxe, and then I go out. With the exception of the first time where I had road sign armor whenever I was out
Can
mining.
you ask the person who killed him, who gave the screenshot, what was it? A naked white woman, male?
Well,
black?
they're saying it's me, which, I mean, makes sense because they've killed me 3 times, but I never had the explosives.
Was these nakeds outside?
Me.
Man, you're so like ready.
They're watching the stream. They're watching the stream. So
just kill them.
Listen, holy shit.
Delvex, come over here.
Wow, an update.
Don't kill you.
Oh my god,
helped you.
dude. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Good, we good. Here. Now, since you killed me, you have to take this.
Wait, what am
Crouch. Crouch.
Take it
Crouch.
where?
Crouch.
I? Oh,
Crouch.
come over here. Follow me.
Here, where you'd like.
Finish
Delvex,
interviewing
here.
everyone.
I want you to build a thing, okay? I want you to build a piece of paper, and then throw me the piece of paper.
Yeah.
we've done this.
well,
We
now.
did this last wipe, like transferring ownership. between
Cool, and
people.
things have been patched like a motherfucker since then. I just want to test. Where's the piece of paper?
It's behind you.
I did not like your tone there.
All right, here, Delvex. Hold this piece of paper in your inventory. Is it in your inventory?
boy.
Turn around.
Crouch check.
It's
Crouch
all gonna
check.
end now.
Oh, he did actually crouch, but
Don't miss that.
Oh shit. My bad, cakes.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm really
Destiny,
sorry.
you know
I'll
how I
bring
can prove this? If you kill me, I can use the amount of time that I've been alive and show you that I've been alive longer than they
Just
said
another
that I
black
have.
man dying in America, you know.
All right, yep, no, it wasn't esports Batman.
Okay.
Gene, I think you might have accidentally had 100 explosives on you, dog.
Kick him out.
No, I wouldn't kick him out, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Listen, don't do
maybe you were crafting by accident.
Revoke his
or
weapon.
something.
No, I wasn't
Maybe.
crafting. It was
No, I
you
wasn't
must have
crafting,
right-clicked them
but-
on accident or something. I don't know, but
What did he put them in a
Wait.
dump chest?
Yeah, would they have been
Oh,
in
when
a
Gene
dump
does
chest?
it, it's an accident.
If
but
they
when
were in a
esports
dump
Batman
chest
does
and
it,
he
it's
just
not
put them
No, I
in
mean,
permanent.
like,
So I
you
get
I
it.
know.
Stuff to farm?
You know what? You guys want me out? I'll just leave. That's fine.
Whoa,
It's not a
no,
big
no,
deal.
no,
Stop.
Wait. We have a
the
good
problem,
reason
no,
why it
yeah, the
looked
problem
like
is
you.
you've
Why would
destroyed
you
your
start
credibility.
doing that?
Yeah.
Now, my credibility, as far as me telling the truth, has been established. That's fine.
Okay, wait.
You
So
guys
you,
haven't
how
gone
did you
either
get the
way.
rocket BP?
How did I get the rocket BP?
Yeah.
I found it.
How did you just find
Where?
that?
I don't remember.
Then how would you not remember?
What do you mean? How would I not remember?
Because how would
this is me
you not
behind you.
remember?
Because
So-
getting a rocket BP is kind of a big thing. It's like kind of something that you would remember.
And it
'cause
was
it's-
Here, so like,
something you
well,
were
here's the
looking
thing.
for.
You asked that morning, hey guys, can I research rockets for BPs? And then we said, no, it's too early in the wipe. We need the rockets. And then that night you were like, hey guys, I can craft rockets. And we were like, how? And you're like, oh, I found the BP in a barrel.
But they don't drop out of barrels.
I've never seen, maybe they do. I've never seen it happen before. And I've never in my life, has anyone here heard of it happening?
I've gotten a rocket BP. I'm not even lying.
Okay, well, in my team of 15, 20 plus
But
people.
it's super rare.
Yeah, I've
It is
never heard of that
crazy.
happening
Okay,
before.
so just because it's super rare, it can't happen.
Well, but you don't even remember that you got it from a barrel.
You
Yeah, you
just
just said
you
earlier.
just
Well,
told us
Yes,
that you
I
don't
did
remember.
say that. I thought you were asking what barrel.
I
don't remember what barrel. Yes, I got it from a
XYZ.
barrel.
You
Right.
guys need to start talking one at a time.
I feel like the reason why you're saying you don't remember now is because you don't want to say that it came from a barrel, because I said they don't drop from barrels, but now that somebody else said they do drop from barrels, now you're going to say, oh yeah, of course it was a barrel.
This is just like Atlas.
Like, you need
No.
to understand, when you switch around things like that, it makes you look suspicious to other
Yes,
people.
I realize that, but I don't pay that much attention to when I'm playing Rust. This is not like serious
pay-
for me.
you get serious enough where you get very fucking angry very fast. That's
yeah,
someone who
I
takes
get
it a little too
angry when
serious.
people are team killing me because I'm trying to play for fun.
But that's because you don't jump when people jump check.
Okay,
happened, like, once,
but
guys.
it's
Like,
still
come
kind
on,
of annoying after a while. So
Okay,
yeah, I
but,
get
like,
angry.
if you're not following a jump check and someone kills you, that's your own fault. That's no one's fault but yours.
And that's no reason to get
That's what happened. Yeah, you get really mad because I killed him. He was
And I think,
jumping.
in all fairness, we've kind of like drawn that meme out for like a whole wipe.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm pretty sure it happened a couple times even this wipe, did it not?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
2 days ago because he got salty and he came back and team killed me because he didn't fucking jump check and I
Yeah.
killed him. Like what the fuck?
Well,
Was
that
that
was
a
just
meme?
for
That's
fun,
just-
Assyrian.
Yeah, it was so much fun, dude, that you fucked up and I was the one that paid for your
that was
fuck up,
really
dude.
fucking
You should have seen the joy that
But
went
that
through
was
my
really
fucking
annoying because
body
we were
like
in
a
the middle of
shotgun in
doing
the
something.
face.
We were about to do something. We were like
without saying
about to
jump
roam or
check.
something. We weren't raiding, but we were about to actually do something. Whenever you killed the Syrian there, I remember that.
How many times do I sit there and say that like I'm mining a rock and you're like jump check and I'm like I'm sitting next to you mining a rock.
Okay, but there's lots of people mining rocks.
Let me paint the picture of what happened, right? Me and Salamanca were roaming. We come up on this one guy that's chopping a tree. We're like, jump check. The guy that's chopping a tree jump checks. All of a sudden I see a fucking naked with his bow drawn coming going to the mountainside that's not jumping. And he's looking at the guy that's chopping a tree, which I confirmed was a teammate. What the fuck would you do?
Crouch check?
Crouch check or
No, he was just crouch checking. Shut the fuck up.
Crouch check.
But listen,
Would you already finish doing the jump check? Why would I crouch check when I confirmed
No,
that?
I mean,
it was
if
for
you say
teammates?
jump check and someone doesn't jump, it doesn't matter. Like,
fuck. Oh my god.
it's not like it takes time to hit the spacebar.
Wait, did I just kill
F2
you?
on me.
Not only that, but you can also press the spacebar while mining
I'm
or
dodging
chopping
the
a
best
tree.
I could.
Yes, but sometimes when people are shitting up comms, it's hard to hear a jump check and then you just shoot. Rather than
But
repeating
at
it
those particular
clearly.
times, I can remember that no one was on
Was that you in the wood
comms,
armor?
you just didn't jump.
Okay, but like, even if these mistakes do happen, like there are times when I don't jump check or other people don't jump check, and then they get killed. Then it's like, oh fuck, I didn't hear you, my bad, and then you move on. Or they didn't say, and then you move on. But you get really, really, really fucking upset
Because
about
they
it.
happen like time after time. As I said during like the first day.
Okay, but listen. If it's
hold on. The first day when we were doing wipe day and it was like everybody was shitting up comms, I had been killed 10 times by teammates to the one that I was killed by somebody else on another team.
okay, but if you're dying that much and no one else is dying even remotely that many times,
How long have we been playing? How long have we been playing altogether
Jump check.
before he joined?
Okay,
It's been months, right?
It's been months.
I have never, ever been downed by someone or not heard a jump checker. It never.
No, that's too
No, I'm
hyperbolic. I've heard
serious.
some people have missed to jump, like they don't say it, they don't cue their mic up. It's happened,
Yeah, and
but
it
never.
happens,
You
but
want
not-
an excuse to have me leave, that's fine. I'll
The Syrian
that's
legend
not a
says
problem.
jump check in the middle of the
If
arrow.
it's happened to you way
Okay.
often,
No, whatever. Good, because I'm kind of tired of that shit.
yeah, I mean,
No
if it's happening to you, quote unquote, way more often than everyone else, that means you're the one fucking up. It's no one else's fault.
He's in a different dimension of how often it happens.
Yeah, that's
Let's
the problem.
but let's logically flip this around too. If
change
if
it,
it's not a him problem, if people, that would mean that people are literally like keeping track of when he goes out to gather resources and then going after him and finding him and then doing like this jump check and then shoot. Like
No,
just to
that's
fuck
not
with him.
happening
And that's
either.
no, and that's what I'm saying. That's not happening at all.
Oh, I see you, motherfucker.
Who did that?
Assuming
Who fucking threw the rock?
Gene, are you chasing them?
Yeah, I'm chasing him. Black
Wait,
Naked.
where?
Find them.
Oh yeah, he was oh.
Who is it?
Yeah, he's on top of a rock to the
JJ.
west.
JJ. I'm almost certain it's JJ.
What?
So that means you see me. I'm right next to you.
Where are they? Where are you at right now, Gene?
It's not me.
I'm almost certain it's JJ.
Wait, who are you
I was in
chasing?
a furnace.
I
mean,
saw you
considering
turn
the art
no, I saw
JJ has
JJ.
made.
I saw you turn the corner and immediately open up the furnace.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was me.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wait.
Check him out.
JJ, did you fire the rocket?
He's not gonna deny. No,
I was in the flame tower. I was in the flame tower.
JJ,
No, I was in
what do you have on your body right now? Oh, he doesn't have anything.
Destiny, no,
The fuck?
JJ was in the flank tower whenever the rocket.
Yeah, I was in the flame
Yeah,
tower.
I was with JJ in the flank tower.
Okay, you're lucky this time.
So who was it?
So we're just.
We're never gonna know who fired the rocket. Same way we're never gonna know who tossed the F1 grenade. Okay. Well, I guess we're moving on from that.
Can we talk about something else that was in TS?
Wait.
The shit
Whoever's
with
running,
like
stop.
us being starved on wood and there's like 4 billion signs in the base.
No, the signs aren't a big deal. We legitimately just lived in a
We have like 3 boxes full of wood now.
No, we
We have wood. No,
it's just
And
the other day
none
we
of the
didn't
signs
have
were made when we were low on wood.
Yeah, the signs were made when we were low on wood.
It was like
I
the
think
second
we
day and we had to criteria.
One person made a sign when we were low on wood, and then they got kind of shit on by the team, and they didn't do it ever since.
Yeah.
Okay.
We legitimately live in an area of low wood, and we didn't prioritize it enough. I mean, we're okay on it. We were starting low, but okay, what else? I guess so. Esports is gone. Who just?
No, he'll be back. He always gets mad, and when he gets
Who just fired?
Back a day later.
I killed the naked.
Oh, never mind. I ran into the high external glitching through a wall as soon as you fired, and I got really confused. My bad. Okay.
See, we don't have to purge anybody. We just have to accuse them until they purge themselves.
Before all of that, you asked everyone to bring up different things.
Oh yeah, go for it.
One issue where when you're not around, everything goes to shit, and then there's the second issue that we're too large of a group right now.
Okay, let me speak to the former, okay? All right, so this is what has to happen when you have a large group of people, okay? You have to have a person who is in charge of leading people, okay? And I don't mean somebody that makes suggestions, okay? I mean there's somebody that has to be responsible for how things are going, that has to take responsibility for what every individual person is doing, and has to be the final shot caller at the end of the day. Collaborative efforts on shot calling do not work ever. They don't even work in League of Legends when you have only 5 people on a team. They definitely won't work when you've got 20 people. So the way that this needs to work, and this is why I try to do this before raids where we collaborate with other groups of people, right?
God.
Sorry, keep going.
Okay, the way that I try to do this when we collaborate with other groups of people, notice how whenever we raid with DMG, there's always like an announcement or a declaration at the beginning. We're like, okay, X is leading this raid, all right? Or Y is leading this raid, right? The reason we say that isn't because that's the person that has the biggest stick. It's because that's the person who's going to be the final shot caller. So that if somebody says like, hey, like you're rocketing here or whatever, it's not, you don't have every single person on the team go like, well, wait, maybe we should rocket here, maybe we should rocket that, maybe we should rocket here, maybe we should rocket there. Like, because then nothing gets done and then you just sit there and you flounder and then you die in indecision, right? So if you guys want to do something at night when Daddy Destiny isn't here to hold your hand through everything, okay, one of you guys has to say, I'm going to be the raid leader on this fucking raid, okay? I'm going to be the one making the decisions, but it seems like the problem is just there's not like a person that wants to assume that responsibility. Maybe they don't want to be responsible if things go bad.
Last night was Death, and Death was pretty good at it.
Death was perfect.
We've
here's
also
the problem
nominated
with that too, though.
a Syrian at times, and he's done it.
Whenever someone
He's done pretty
assumes
successful
the
raids,
leadership,
small raids with him.
whenever someone assumes the leadership position, that person gets like questioned after the raid about whether things were worth
After the raid, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. After the raid is the perfect time to ask questions. That's not a problem.
It happens during the raid.
During the raid, then you can't. Then you just kick. I'll give you fucking admin if you want, or I'll ban people from TeamSpeak if that's what's happening. If somebody wants to lead a raid, okay, then they're the ones that at the end of the day they make the final shots. Now, if they ask somebody for advice, right? Sometimes when we were doing that raid on TK, I'll be like, oh, do you think we should rocket there, or whatever? Like, it's fine to ask or whatever, but you can't be second. When somebody makes a call like, hey, we're going to this place right now, and every single person starts second guessing. No, well then fuck that. Then why did you even go on the raid? Or if you want to lead it so bad, then you can be the person that steps up and leads the raid. But you can't sit there and armchair guess everything if you don't want to be the person responsible for the outcome of what's going on.
I 100% agree with you. I actually think this has been a problem since we played Eve, that people, they just did not have any discipline during communications, like in a PvP environment.
No, I think Eve was actually better. Not as good, or not like perfect, but better.
I mean, but like I said, we went on a raid or a small short raid with Assyria, and I think it was pretty successful without Destiny.
Yeah, and you need appointed
I've only
people.
ever gone on,
you can't just have random people
raids
like
with
self-appointing.
when Steven's not on, and they've always gone well.
If we're talking about the one last night wasn't that bad, and like second guessing and like how comms are going. The person literally went inside his base, locked all hatches, and sat inside the base. And
Whoever is
no one
mining
was
her up,
shooting
you
at us,
gotta
so it
Nick
was
coming
like
up behind you. Nick coming up behind you.
it wasn't a really hectic situation.
Okay, so here's a really important thing you'll learn if you do customer service, okay? One of the most important things of anything that you'll ever do ever is managing expectations, okay? You have to manage the expectations of your crew so that the outcome is going to be realistic, right? So when I say that, if we're going on a raid and our only purpose is to remove somebody from the server or to foundation wipe them, I make that very fucking and clear at the start. Like, okay, guys, we hate these motherfuckers, and I want to evict these fucking pieces of shit. That's what we're going to do. We're probably not going to profit. So then going in, you know, we use 70 rockets, we only get 3k gunpowder, whatever. You know, everybody's expectations are we're just here to fuck them up, and that's fine, right? But that's really, really, really important, because if you have people thinking going into a raid, we're going to go into this raid, we're going to get so much loot, it's going to be so profitable, and then you go in and it's not really that kind of a raid, and you don't actually profit and all of that, then people are going to be like understandably really fucking upset, right? Does that make sense?
Right. Can I just add something to it?
Yeah, go.
I guess the point I was able to make earlier is because I think this is something we covered a long time ago after we raided an SV with Buffgoff. That's how back this goes. I think we're in a position where we can't have fun with our raids unless if you want to go and grab a couple of people and go like pick up 8 fucking rockets and go hit a shit shack.
Sure.
And I don't think we're ever going to be taking out 70 rockets on a Saturday or a Sunday to go out and like raid for fun. I thought this was something that we agreed that we just don't raid for fun anymore. It's either for profit or just to get back at someone that we dislike.
Sure, but you just have to understand and identify like what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with having a different approach to the game. When you guys say things like hey, we're gonna go like fun raid or whatever, whoever. For me personally, those aren't really that interesting to me. I have a giant fucking ego when I raid people. I want to fucking squash them and then I want to talk fucking shit about it because that's what's fun for me. But I don't really have fun just going around doing the fun. So when you guys do that, I don't go along with your raids and then complain about it. I'm like, fuck, you guys didn't even fucking do anything. You guys fucking died and now they're gonna talk shit on us and I'm so angry. I just don't go because it's just not my kind of raid, which is fine, I think. If somebody's doing a particular type of raid that isn't interesting, then just don't go. Nobody has any hurt feelings. No one's gonna feel personally slighted. It's just not the kind of raid that seems entertaining or interesting. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, right? You just need to identify when you go on a raid, like, why are you doing it? Is this the type of raid that you're going to enjoy doing? And then if it's not, then just don't go. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Amen, dude. Good idea.
I mean, the only issue I have with that is when you're taking like literally every rocket though that we haven't.
Again, I don't want to speak to that, dude. I need Death here to talk to Death to figure out like what was going on with that. I can't say anything without him being here. I don't know. I don't know.
Last night was an issue of like miscommunication.
And the rockets being like bugged is also a problem.
Yeah, the rockets were completely fucked, and I guess we were kind of
Did we know the rockets were fucked before even going?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, the rockets have been fucked all way.
Probably taking all of them shouldn't have been a thing. I mean, I too want to wait for Death to come because I think it's fair for him to have a voice in this, but if we already know something's fucked, we probably shouldn't be taking all of it out.
I thought Deacon was part of our team.
No.
No, he's not.
No, Deacon is a huge dick rider.
He spent all last night telling everyone where we were.
Yeah, he's a huge dick rider.
My bad.
Yeah, it is your bad. You've done fucked up now. Now we need to evaluate Nubcake's position on the team.
Please no.
All right, go. What? Oh, and then I guess to OC's part about the team being too big, I don't know if it's a matter of people being too big so much as they're like, oh fuck. Okay, how to say this without being really mean? If I had like a team of 25 people and it was a team full of like Salamancas, Red Walls, High Nighters, even Assyrians, Penguins, like there are people on this team that don't shit up comms ever. Like for the most part, they're pretty good about it and they're not worthless and they go out and work a ton. Like, and they're very, very rarely are they ever dead weight. Like I've never had a time where I'm thinking like fucking Red Wall, like fuck, what are you even fucking doing? Or fucking High Nighter, like fuck. Like every time they're involved in something, they're usually like not even, I don't even want to say a net positive. Like it's usually almost like resoundingly positive on the team. Or even OC, like there are a number of times where like I log in and I look at things and it's like, oh fuck, OC's here. I don't even know if I want to play today. Like that's never happened, right? I don't think that it's a matter of size. I think that it's a matter of if you have a person that's a little bit cancerous on comms, then if you get like 10 of those people in a TeamSpeak, the 80 bits of cancer are all going to come together and form like a malignant tumor that's going to destroy the fucking communication of the team. Like every time, you know, there's like 25 people in TeamSpeak, you know?
No, I completely agree with that. I guess this last wipe though, wipe day, I think would probably be the worst comms. Like it was
maybe.
just bad to the point where we actually separated into different groups.
Sure, that was partially because you guys are fucking autistically fucking xenophobic though, and you were even part of that OC. I didn't understand that. I saw on TeamSpeak where you guys were complaining because the NSV guys were here and the comms were getting super shitty. And I went back and forth between your channels, and almost every time I checked, your guys' comms were way more shitted up than NSV's comms.
Wait, no.
Yes, yep.
No,
oh yeah, I went back and forth. Oh yeah. Okay, go ahead. Tell me exactly what happened.
We were sitting up here, fucking Death is sitting there memeing with fucking Dig about their fucking fucking 3 crossbows. He's dicking he's literally holding himself and jerking himself up.
No,
When
they're in PvP,
that's exactly what happened for hours on end.
Yeah, but Dig is half our team too. You realize that?
Listen, yeah, Dig. What happened was I had to literally fucking move down to a different channel. I brought down like Summers and all those fucking people that you listed off that are fucking retarded. And that's when we found the K base. That's when we found our fucking base location. That's when we bagged everyone in and moved on. The fucking death, NSV did literally fuck all. Absolutely nothing.
I completely agree.
Well, but what
talking that much?
And our comms are extra cancer just because they joined our team. I mean, is it a coincidence that our comms have been okay for the most part on day one?
Whoa, any of our comms been okay on wipe day. Remember that time that Buffcoff rolled? Remember that time Buffcoff rolled with us and they're like, your comms are so good. We want to stay with you guys for like 15 wipes. Remember when that happened?
Which wipe was it? Our comms so bad that I had to literally move people into a fucking different room to try and set up the base. When that?
Are you serious? Do you want me to scroll through the TeamSpeak where we complain about how fucking horrible the comms are, where people are going AFK and we're like, I can't play wipe day with you guys? Are we being real right now? Is this a fantasy that we live in?
I like 3 weeks ago because I got a massive headache from.
What the fuck? This has always been a fucking problem on wipe day, especially.
Problem, but it's magnified when.
Yeah, no. Listen, I don't think it's magnified because NSV. I just think that again, when everybody memes a little bit, as you grow the channel more and more and more, the little memes compound into a giant fucking tumor that becomes like.
You're sitting here and you can't say that Death being the fucking 3,000 hours, the guy that we can't talk about because he's so fucking good, dicking around for upwards of 2 hours, jerking off with crossbows up north instead of fucking finding a base location. Instead of, I don't know.
Okay, but NSV's approach to the early game might be different than ours. Everybody does different.
Dick around with fucking crossbows?
Yeah, maybe that's what they do. Maybe they do. Maybe they dick around with crossbows and find a base and raid it and then take it over. Maybe they have people that are dedicated to setting up a base. Maybe Death didn't think that they needed 25 people to try to find a suitable fucking base location because everybody on this team feels like they need to bag in 15 other people to confirm that the place they've chose is okay. Maybe NSV doesn't do that. I don't know, dude. The thing is you have to talk to people beforehand. You have to say, like, I'm willing to bet, I could be wrong, but I'm willing to bet that if I would have said to Death, like, hey, Death, in the first day, we're all really serious about finding a base location. I need every single person on the team dedicated to finding and securing a base location.
No,
it's not. Because after we had the initial foundation laid up, all of the NSV guys literally sat on me while I built. And Death literally said, hey guys, everybody needs to be here and we need to, cover so that Destiny could build the foundation. Not only that, Death even told me when I was building and I fucked it up, I was like, dude, we're gonna sit here and camp you until you finish it. You can wipe the whole foundation and start over and we'll sit here and we'll camp you until you do it. So
Wait. I did say that 2 different times while they were up there fighting up north with the group. Guys, this is the coords for the location. Let's all meet there. I said it 2 separate times within an hour of time, and they were constantly talking over each other, dealing with some 3v3 PvP that they were doing with crossbows and shit like that.
Yeah.
I asked them multiple times to come and meet with us and do this.
They were. That's what they were doing. They were making their way here, to be fair.
People started fucking funneled into my fucking room that I made, right? Essentially, my comms got shut up because everybody fucking.
Okay, but Assyrian, how long have we done this on TeamSpeak? You know that is always going to happen. That's just the nature of chat rooms. Look at what happens when you ban Hannibal or ban Girdle. People move over to Pinecone's TeamSpeak because 1 or 2 people follow at a time, and everybody.
Nature, but if my comms are so fucking shit down here, nobody would have volunteered to come down there. And
no, it's not about an individual's comms being shit.
Death is sitting up there with his fucking beautiful comms.
No. I'm just saying that you just need to like. I'm just saying that this team historically, a huge fucking problem of you guys is your complete and total inability to analyze and solve a problem. Like again, like what exactly was going on? Maybe they had PvP'd. Maybe they had like a ton of shit on them. They wanted to make their way down here. Maybe somebody's saying, hey, we found a location. There are 20 of us here. We want all 5 of you guys to F1 kill yourselves and drop every single thing you have to come down here and watch us build. Like maybe they wanted to make their way to you. Maybe they were PvPing and killing a lot of shit. Maybe they had a lot of gear on them and they thought that it'd be better to just walk down. Maybe they thought that if you got 20 people setting up the base, they didn't need 5 more down there and they'd rather just PvP and work their way down to you anyway. Like
the thing is, like the problem with that was that November's did break a barrel and he got a couple of rockets. I was like, hey, this is valuable, I need some help. And they were trying to make their way towards him, but they were kind of too busy PvPing.
And Dick was PvPing at the airfield for a while, and he wanted to PvP a lot. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what Dig does, though. You have to rein Dig in, though. I mean, like, you have to rein him.
No,
so you can't
I don't hold Dig to the same standards as fucking Death, dude. Where Dig is literally a fucking 30-year-old kid that just comes in here to me and shoot.
Sure.
NSV ultra high leader
They
with
kicked the
fucking
spear.
3,000 hours. And they have the fucking same.
Okay. But again, oh my god, again, you have to remember, this is a fucking game. The only person here that gets paid to play this shit is me, okay? So nobody, like, if NSV's idea, or if Death loves fucking crossbow combat and shit, and that's his idea of a lot of fun, then he's probably gonna try to find a way to contribute on day one that involves a lot of that early game PvP. Like, you can't just scream at me like, you fucking idiot! You can't fucking go in PvP like that! You gotta come here and fucking set up the fucking base, you worthless scum motherfucker! What the fuck are you doing PvPing on day one? Like, maybe that's like part of the most fun that he has in the game. Like, fuck, you have to have these conversations beforehand instead of assuming that like Death is here to legitimately destroy our team and bring everything down by PvPing on day one. Like, I'm just saying, you just calm the fuck down, have a conversation beforehand, figure out what everybody's expectations are, because I was here day one and we didn't have a big discussion on what is everybody's expectations. I talked to Death the day before the wipe, or that morning of the wipe, and I said, yo, you guys just fucking chill out, do what the fuck you want, we'll get our shit set up and you guys can see where you sort in. That's the conversation that I had with Death. So if they want to do PvP and all that shit on day one, like, that's fine, then let them do it. There's nothing wrong with that. You guys weren't hurt. Again, like, fuck, if you guys are trying to set up a base of 20 people and you couldn't fucking do it, first of all, then fuck the base and you deserve to lose it. Secondly, I doubt that 4 or 5 NSV people being there is going to be the difference between 20 people being able to hold down a location or not. The only guys that you have bothering you are literally fucking Vizjera and like one other dude that are doing fuck all except for trying to place a cupboard on the fucking map. Like,
when the comms fell apart though, like, I had to run up across the map to come and help Novembers get to the base, but once we moved into 2 separate channels, we ended up at the, I forgot the name of the people who took over our spot. We ended up there, like, knocking on the door. We thought it was our base. No one told us that.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me too.
Yeah, that happened to me also.
And it sucked because we had like some pretty valuable stuff, including some rockets, and we just ended up in front of their base, almost dying.
The problem wasn't so much of the way that they were making their way towards our base. If they wanted to PvP along their way, which is fine, I think that happens every single wipe. The problem is that, you know, we're trying to communicate the actual location and say that there were a group of people there. We're trying to get things organized, but we couldn't communicate with each other because they were literally.
Okay, sure, I understand that. I understand that. And in that case, I think that we need to be a little bit more diligent about splitting off on rooms. We had trouble doing that like the first night and then the first morning, but then by the second the second morning, but I think by the second night we were doing that, where somebody goes out roaming, then you just go into a different channel so that the comms aren't getting shut up too much. I don't think that's that hard to do.
So the only concern, I haven't tried this personally, so what if a second group's out and someone else calls for a jump check, and because they're in a separate channel?
You typically communicate it. You typically communicate it. And if you're fucking retarded, then you just deserve to die. If a group of people say, hey, we're going northwest to Rome. We're going northwest to Rome, so we're moving to a separate channel, and then you run out northwest and die to them. Now, I'm not saying that it's right that they killed you, but maybe you deserve to get shot with a crossbow a couple times if you develop the awareness to know that maybe I shouldn't be going out and mining right where a group that moved to do a separate channel said they were going to go Roman. Just a guess.
They were in a separate group coming down to where the base.
There's a note down the hill. This way.
Okay, so the problem with the NSV guys, it wasn't that they were PvP, that's cool, but like we're talking about going down to H24 or whatever it was to set up our base because there's flat land there, and I think Summers or Salamanca was already there. He checked it out. He said that it was a good spot. So we're telling everyone to come down, and then they were like at the very northeast or something of the map, PvPing at like the airfield or whatever the fuck it was. And we tell them, you know, this is the spot, come down, and they're talking about building their own little cave base for like 20 minutes so they can put all their fucking crosses in there.
There's 4 niggas outside our base, guys. Past the river.
Okay, listen, here's what I'm saying, okay? Tell me if anybody disagrees with this. All I'm saying is, okay, there were some problems on day one, but I think a lot of these problems can be solved.
And the people.
A lot of these problems can be solved by literally just having like a 2-minute conversation with the other group so that everybody's on the same page.
Did you read what Summers said?
That's all we have to do, okay?
I did. That's why I said twice. I didn't yell.
No. Not a TeamSpeak is full of people screaming and shouting, and 2 times, like you at a whimper level with like, hey guys, we all need to come down here. Like, not like that. I mean like an actual conversation where you pull someone into a separate room and you go, hey, we are doing this right now. Can you guys please be on the same same page with us and do this. Not in the room full of screaming people do you try to get a message across to somebody, but like you pull someone into certain. I will stake my fucking $20 on PayPal, okay? That you
you're
could
right.
solve.
I could have done that.
Yeah, that
but
you
I
could
did
solve.
it because I didn't even know who this group was.
Okay, sure. Okay, sure. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying that like this team wants to push the nuclear button every time something goes wrong when it's, in my opinion, a minor fix. Like it's like, okay, we got a lot of people. We have a lot of people in the same chat, and it's getting super shit up. And it's like, what is like my solution is like, okay, well, how about all the people roaming just move down to a separate channel? Like we could talk about that and get that. And then like everybody else's solution is like, we need to eject these 10 people of our team. It's fucking horrible. It's been the worst fucking cops ever. It's like, oh my god, just like chill. You don't have to go full fucking nuclear.
The way you brought him into the group, it sounds like it wasn't like the best. You didn't tell anybody, is what I was told. And
Well,
kinda, like,
no, because I always have like higher expectations of people than I guess than they deserve.
Yeah.
Like I
You
figured
should've
that
told
all
them,
20 of us should be able to set up a base pretty independently. I don't know why you would freak the fuck out that we didn't have 5 extra people down here. Like we've always been.
It's not 5 different people. The reason is when you're bringing Death in here and he's fucking. He comes in here full of himself and he's trying to lead the fucking charge.
Okay, no. But listen,
This is how we ran shit, but I can't fucking do shit because Death's over there shitting up.
Okay, and listen, but what's the solution? What's the solution? What's the solution?
Solution. I'm just gonna fucking break off on my own.
Yeah, that's fine, and that's what I'm saying. That's a solution. That's fine. Your solution, instead of everybody in Skype.
Be the solution. Why did I?
No, that's a fine solution. Hey, you guys are all PvPing here. I'm gonna move the group down, building the base, to a separate channel. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's feelings get hurt.
What if a group of 5 people came across and killed us, and then we're back to fucking step 1 because everybody?
It's happened a ton. Then you just move up the channel. You go, hey, is that you guys up there? It's not that hard. We've done this before.
No, it's not.
Why are you acting like this is a huge deal?
When you wipe, when you're trying to
Right in front of you?
it's not a matter of you guys up there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's really hard to see.
How many times have we ran into each other and wiped each other?
I'm not talking
That's
about
not what
wiping
he's
each
saying.
other. I'm talking about
Wait.
wiping to other fucking teams because there's literally 2 of us
Oh, you
trying to
guys
set up
kill
the
bear?
base. When you
Oh
have
my god.
25
Goddamn
people-
Twitch, please move down channels if you guys are down talking about fucking killing bears. Holy shit. Okay, say it again, Assyrian.
I'm not talking about running into each other and killing each other. I'm talking about the fact that there's like literally 2 of us trying to set up the base when everyone else is jerking
If
off.
there are literally 2 of you trying to set up the base, then it sounds like the problems are running a little bit deeper than just NSV being there on comms.
I think there's about
Yeah,
6
but
of us down
NSC
in
was
that
the
channel.
major contributing factor to fucking shitting up.
Okay, so then why can't you say, hey, everybody that's working on shitting up the base, let's just move down to another channel?
That's because I don't need to. I feel like I don't have to ask them. When you have 25 people on here, shouldn't we try and set up the base? Do I really have to fucking babysit people and say, hey, let's go to a different channel?
It's not about babysitting. It's about telling. It's not about babysitting. It's just about. First of all,
what am I supposed to tell you? Well, you don't think fucking Summons?
Doug, how many times?
Cupcakes knows that we have to set up a base? Like I have to communicate this to them? Like, I mean,
It's how many times on Wipe Day do we have separate groups of people? Like it happens, and they end up moving to a different chat. This has happened plenty of times with just us.
And it also goes back to Destiny's point where people do day 1 differently. Not everyone goes out immediately finds a base spot and starts the base up.
I always assumed, I'm sorry, I'm always assumed that was the main goal. We find a location,
You
we
wanna go back
get
and keep
tests because we're a targeted group.
Sure, and that's usually what we do, but we had a new group of people in here. Like,
There's also the option that can, during that situation, so if Assyrian, since I think he has the ability to move people, if he just listened, he could tell who's with who and just quickly moves them into a different channel so they could do their PvP up north and we just continued on.
yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's fine.
Voicing it.
Well, no, he could voice it. All you have to do is say, hey, Death, I'm going to drag people into a separate channel for setting up the base. And I bet, you know what Death would probably say? Death would be like, yeah, sure, that's cool, dude. And then that's it. And then you're done with it.
So we need to use our words, everyone.
We have leaders.
Instead of like everybody like in fucking TeamSpeak or in fucking Skype being ass pained as fuck. I actually thought that you guys had all fucking bought the same fucking monster BBC dildo and we're all sitting on it at the same time and sharing your experience with it. That's what the Skype chat looked like. Holy fuck. Like all you have
when
to.
were they mad about the death situation? I thought they were just
on the
mad
day
about
1 wipe, everybody, as soon
maybe.
as I looked at Skype, everybody's like, oh, these comms are so bad. It's the worst fucking comms I've ever heard in my time. Like, our comms are a shimmering fucking beacon of rationality and fucking.
Look, I love Dig, but it was like 5 digs all hyper and talking at the same
Sure,
time.
and again, all I'm saying is that you guys need to try to find solutions. Okay, you start with the simplest solution, and then you move to the nuclear option last. Like, it's not that hard. All you have to do is literally say to somebody, hey, we're gonna move to a different channel because there's too many people talking in here to set up the base. That's all you have to do. And then your problem is solved. And you didn't even have to kick anybody off the team. You didn't even have to be fucking saltier than the Dead Sea. You didn't have to do anything fucking nuclear. Like, it's just that easy. I just don't see why we have to go full fucking ass pain when, like, something so minor happens.
So who are we kicking out next?
Yeah.
Why is Aghanim even in here? That's the real question. Should Aghanim be in the
I was
rust?
waiting for my turn.
Aghanim, you can't say anything. You don't even play this game.
Look, I'm here as I'm like the office manager of the practice, okay?
Hey, Destiny.
Alright,
What's
so
up?
Aghanim's gone.
You never finished the evaluations.
Never. I evaluated everyone in the channel.
No, you stopped at Salamanca.
We stopped at we didn't get summons, Yankee.
Oh, I think Space Evades. Space Evades is an okay PvPer. I think he farms. What level are you, Space Evades?
I'm 26. I didn't farm as much this wipe.
Are you really 26?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Summers does work. Summers obviously farms a fuck ton, and anytime he's here, he's fine.
Yankee.
I don't know about Yankee. Yankee seems like Yankee seems like he shows up on day one, and then like as soon as one bad thing happens, Yankee just like pieces out. I feel like
literally
that's.
trying to get a bag in for like I think an hour.
But this has always been the problem with this has always been the problem with Yankee. Yankee typed into Skype that he needed a bag, and then he was muted in TeamSpeak for like an hour and a half, and no one had any fucking idea. Like we brought it up 2 or 3. That is absolutely true, dog. I literally. Okay.
I typed in TeamSpeak and in chat, and then I said, "Can I have a bag?"
Okay, is there anybody here? Is there anybody here that doesn't want Yankee playing with us? Okay, how many people here do want Yankee around here playing with us? I do.
I don't.
Everybody here wants you here, Yankee. But when you type one, so if this is the reality, then how is it that you're not bagged in? You literally typed one thing on Skype and then muted your TeamSpeak, and we asked like right after you typed, we were like, "Oh shit, does Yankee need a bag in?" And then everybody looked at Skype and TeamSpeak, you're like, "Oh, well, I guess he's muted. Maybe he's not here." So then nobody bagged you in, like.
Because I do remember one time when we were looking to bag you in, and someone asked, "Hey Yankee, do you need a bag?" And then you were muted on TeamSpeak.
Well, TeamSpeak is pretty cancerous. And
Yep, sure is.
you kind of want to
You
mute.
just have to scream on the comms for a bag.
I mean,
start poking
just ask
somebody
it until
on
someone
TeamSpeak.
responds to you. Just
Yeah, or at the very least, when you say that you need a bag, just get get an oral confirmation from somebody that like, hey, yes, I am working on bagging you in, rather than just dropping it into the Skype. Because you know, if you just drop a random thing into Skype, then no one's gonna do it, right? Because everybody wants to.
I've created the unbeatable bag strat. You just ask OC to ask for you.
There you go.
No, seriously, OC knows. I've done this before.
You shouldn't feel like TeamSpeak has to be muted when you play, because like if you're gonna play with TeamSpeak muted, you're gonna miss like a lot of important shit.
Wow.
Have you heard this TeamSpeak on Wipe Day ever?
Sort of important shit.
Well, you'll.
I'm
a lot
missing
of it's
all the
What do you mean? Our
skills.
TeamSpeak on Wipe Day is 10 out of 10 amazing. There's nothing wrong.
Okay, so aside from Yankee's autism of never asking for anything or whispering at one time and then not getting it for 3 hours, I think that for the most part, Yankee being here is a positive experience. He's actually probably one of our better PvPers, and he seems to farm a lot, and he's just good at art. So, even though Yankee is for whatever reason in his own dimension sometimes, I think Yankee is an overall positive to the team.
Who's shooting at the base?
Are you not playing as often? Because I haven't really seen it the last few weeks playing with
Who's
Yankee.
Who's doing that?
I've been
Where's
playing
that from?
Overwatch.
Oh.
It's from the direction of TK's was.
I think the only other
I see it,
person
it's
that
on the
didn't get
ridge.
reviewed was Haha. Aghanim.
I think Haha is fine. Aghanim doesn't play. Haha seems to be fine when he's here. I've never seen anything better than
Solid. I haven't been on all day today, so I'll admit that.
What level are you?
Someone died
I
in
think
base.
I'm like
Was that
level.
one of
I
us?
think I'm like level 18.
Okay.
Level 18?
Okay, so
Hell yeah.
can we just use our words? That's all I want you guys to do. I just want you guys to use your words, okay? When you
Can we use the words nicely too?
Yeah, you can do it nicely, okay?
Are you planning on rolling any other teams in, Steven?
Rolling in what?
Any other teams next week?
No plans to, no.
Not to specifically ask for the hammer, but you kind of forgot.
You threw that sword. That wasn't fair.
Okay, go ahead. Anybody else? While we're all here, while we're all getting it all out in the open.
Where'd Potion Seller go?
This is our big come to Jesus. I think he's just been busy with real life shit.
Can you tell
I
Dig
think
to chill
someone's
out
had a
with the
fair
comms?
point in TeamSpeak chat about.
We already went over that, kind of.
I agree with that. Fuck Dick.
We need yeah, Dig can get really cancerous at times. Yes, for sure.
He's gotten better though.
Yeah, a little bit sometimes, but he does. Sometimes he does some. Yeah,
He is really young.
But like
Yeah,
the whole
he's
like
fine.
where he's like Assyrian, you know that he like camps the fuck out of DMG and shit, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and every time I bring it up to him, he's like, I was just running by their base. It's like you're running by their base every single minute, like on all wipes. Like, come on, dude.
No,
Yeah,
he's some
he
sort of
does
obsession.
hold.
Hey man,
does
keep
hold
up the good
grudges, or
work.
he
I
does
have
stay at
always
certain
wanted to
bases
play
for a
with
long
you
time
on
and
Rust.
afterwards.
Well, thanks, dude. You might be able to join us. Send me an email, dog.
He's going deep.
You
So we came in today. The purpose of this meeting. The purpose of this meeting was to trim the fat on the team, and so far we've eliminated esports Batman. So.
And Harkton.
No, Harkton.
Oh, sorry, there was Harkton as well.
And
so that's
you
it.
probably. You're trim.
Next
You're
one
not
is
even
perfect, right?
Harkton's gone?
Yeah, for a few
Can I get
words.
a bag?
Fuck off, Mr. Moisture.
I'm coming on.
You don't even play. You are poking and goat out.
So those two people were literally the
shit.
cancer rotting the team from the
Steven,
inside.
bag me in.
What level are you
I
on?
mean,
Poking and
I
goat.
could make an argument that you're the third, but do we really need to go there?
I can't be.
Can I get
Mr.
an
Moon,
oral
I went on a
how do
2-hour
you cut somebody
Pokemon
who
walk
doesn't
yesterday.
play?
How proud are you of me?
No, you can't.
Mooden, I got you. Gene has.
All right, oral confirmation.
Oral
from Gene.
confirmation.
No, don't bag him in. Don't bag him in. Don't bag him in.
What do you mean?
Don't
I'm
do
probably
it.
gonna go.
Don't bag him in. Don't bag him in. We don't need a miner on a fucking Sunday. We're pretty much done. We killed every single person near us. Like, there's
Well,
nothing
then
to
let me
even do.
let me get my XP up. Kill yourself.
Okay, Gene. Knock yourself out, dude.
Okay. So, Assyrian, you got good criticism. Can you not come off as an asshole right at the start when you give people criticism or comment?
Oh! Wait.
Oh.
Clipping!
Pwid!
Flippy is back.
Pwid, where are you?
Hi.
Hi, Pid.
What's the name?
Quid, listen. I love you, okay?
Quid is the
but
third.
sometimes the negativity is too much. I understand that you have to take breaks sometimes.
We need it.
Maybe take the break a little bit sooner because sometimes, holy fuck, sometimes you're very, 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 very negative. I think you know this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so just be careful with that, okay? Overall, I think that you seem to be okay at PvP, and I know that you collect, and for the most part, while you're here, it's a good thing, but just if, like, raids are going south or something bad is happening, it seems like you can turn on that, like, ultra negativity, and it gets, like, a lot of people really, really, really rustled, so just kind of be chill on that, or be aware of that, okay? Yeah, I know that there are times when you've logged off because you said you needed a break, and you didn't, and you knew you were getting negative, which is fine. There's no problem with that, but just, yeah, chill out on, be
Hey
careful on that, right?
Destiny, love the stream,
You,
support the
understand what's
memes.
happening right now?
How would someone join your clan?
Wait, we won't have like a self like.
You can bully me, buddy.
Judgment, yeah.
I don't know, dude. I'll ask me next wipe. Just chill for now.
Okay, I have
Steven, you didn't evaluate me.
Zypher is brand new to the team as of last wipe. I think for the most part you've been doing fine. I don't think.
Yeah, Zypher's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have something.
Oh,
I feel
boy.
like. Okay, well, maybe it's hypocritical from me since I'm not the biggest resource gatherer.
Yeah.
But I feel like when people feel like they can't have fun and can't go PvP because they need to go and mine, and I mean, just to name names, like Draco, he's big about this, where he feels like
Don't
he
worry
has
about
to
me,
go
dude, I'm
mine.
somewhere.
Or like Quid, I think, too. Like, they feel like they need to go mine, or else we're not going to have sulfur. I feel like you should just try to have fun. And
Oh,
you
my
shouldn't
bad.
get angry at people who aren't going to go mine.
I don't think Dracor feels like he quote-unquote needs to go mine. I think Dracor is just frustrated
We had a discussion yesterday, and I mean, maybe you can ask him.
Without me, I haven't discussed it with him personally,
Yeah,
but I'm willing to bet that if I were to bring him on and talk to him, I'm willing to bet Dracor's frustration is more that there are a lot of people. Hold on 1 second.
It's basically that there are a lot of people who just go out PvPing and don't mind.
Yeah, give me a couple of minutes.
Are we arguing that there?
I'm sorry, I'm here.
There is anyone who doesn't need to mine?
No, I think Dracor's problem is just when there are people that there are people that seem to never mind, so they really feel like.
I mean, that's a valid criticism.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't think so, because if you're playing, I'd rather just have somebody lazy who would come on who won't mind but will come on the raid.
What is going on?
Than not have him on the raid. I'd rather.
I don't know about that. Not everybody feels that way, right? You can already hear the disagreement. Not everybody feels that way.
Why do you feel that? Why am I wrong?
Because so what? You don't have to do any of the grind work, but you get to do the fun PvP part.
Yeah, that's essentially.
that's
the
not
rest
cool.
of us grind so someone else can have fun PvPing.
Well, you should also be having fun, can't you?
The idea is that mentality is a little bit cancerous because if everybody shared that mentality, then no one would mind.
No one would
yeah.
mind.
And then you've also.
It's a group thing, right?
So you should have to do the
Yeah.
grunt work to enjoy the fun part.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's like a sustainable model because if some people just aren't mining at all, then you know.
Especially on white day.
Yeah, there will be
Can
people
enjoy
who are
going
like,
out.
okay, well, I really like the PvP thing and I don't like mining that much. So some people don't mine at all, then I'm just not going to mine at all. I'll just show up when we have 8Ks, right? Like Assyrian.
Or they, sit on the roof and constantly waste ammo, and they don't.
Well, hey, Tostadillas hasn't been here for a long time. Okay.
Tostadillas is gone.
So, again, love Dig to death. Are we gonna talk to Dig about going and mining, or are we just? Chill
I think Dig will go out and mine if you go with him.
He will
Yeah,
go out of mine if you go
He
with
just
him.
asked for somebody, and if
To
you
be
go with
fair,
him, he
like
usually
a
goes.
wipe ago,
Starts tunneling.
I went with him consistently for like 2 days on end, just mining and like PvPing a little bit, right, just to defend ourselves or whatever. But I went with him like 2 wipes ago consistently.
Okay. Then I just didn't perceive that. That's fair.
Wait, who's fighting?
Someone has to just actively like control him.
He does go out and he does stuff, but when he gets hooked on something, then you pretty much just gotta give up.
Newton, you're bagged in, by the way.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes. There's a cooldown.
It's 2 minutes to bed.
Oh,
assuming
yeah,
assuming your name is
Sweet, thanks. I'm out mining right now.
Does anyone else have anything else to say?
I'll play this game again in 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I felt like the comments made by Yankee towards Death that one day, I thought they were like really rude and disrespectful. I don't know.
That's because he was leading like 10 people on wipe day just to PvP and not mine.
Okay, and
that's kind of retarded.
At the beginning of when they were coming to us, they weren't like PvPing and roaming without knowing where the base was. They were making their way from across the map.
Yeah, okay, and again, just on this topic, I think that just having a discussion and setting everybody's like goals as being the same thing would have alleviated this. It sounds to me, based on the conversation that I had with Death before Wipe, I told them to just do whatever it is they normally do, and we'll see where they fit in. And if they wanted to PvP day one, like then that's fine. That's what they do. I don't think that there's a problem with that. But if you guys all wanted them to do something different, then maybe we should have had a conversation with them beforehand about that. But I don't think that that's a huge thing to get upset at them about. It's just a communication thing.
The only issue was that they were the only people. I think the only problem I had with that was that they were the ones closest to November's. It's like, hey, this is an actual thing we need to do. Let's bring November's at least to the base, like where we were going. It shouldn't take me, like I was probably on the other side of the map when they were right next to November's. It shouldn't have taken me to be the first one at November's and then go to the new base.
Sure, but maybe they were PvPing on the way? I don't know, dude.
You talking about this again?
Yeah, maybe.
The best thing was yesterday, Death was like talking to us about rooms for improvement, and then someone called out comms, and he kept talking after like 8 times that we called out comms. That was good.
Does he know? Does he know that mechanic though? Does he know?
Yeah,
that,
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
Circle jerk about Death being like such a bad guy, but we do the same shit. So
yeah, no,
dude, I love Death.
I think NSV is nice and good.
I like Death. I don't have a problem with him.
Death. He's hilarious. And he's like the nicest guy ever.
Whenever we were roaming yesterday with us and a bunch of NSV guys, the comms, for the most part, with the exception of that one time, were very clean. And he was, to me, seemed just like everything just went smooth, and he was doing everything pretty well. I'm not getting this. Like, I'm not understanding this. He's full of himself, and he doesn't.
A little giggly, you know.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah,
like yesterday, I went and roamed with NSV, and the comms were literally perfect.
Yep, I was with you. Yeah.
Yeah,
we went out as a group of 10.
Even when it fucked up, nobody got angry. Like I accidentally bolted when I didn't, and he didn't yell or anything. He's just like, "Oh fuck, whatever."
How many people?
The thing that Death does.
It was like 10 people.
The thing that Death does better than most of the people here is that Death understands that at the end of the day, like it's about having fun, and it's really important to manage that for every person. That every person needs to feel like they're having fun. Like I feel like that's something that people forget sometimes when they start like screaming at each other and shit. And it's like you have to remember that like this isn't a job. Like people will just walk the fuck away and not give a fuck about it at the end of the day. Like if this is gonna turn into like a giant fucking slugfest where people are literally screaming down each other's up, people are just gonna not play. Like fuck that shit. It's not worth it.